WordPress, the world's most popular website platform, powers 43% of all the websites on the internet. It's a perfect solution for small businesses with limited technical knowledge and budget. In my previous video, we learned why every business needs a website. In this video, let's learn about WordPress and why you should use WordPress to build your business website. So, are you ready? Let's go! WordPress is a content management system, and it's the most popular content management system which is used for building websites. As a matter of fact, 65% of small businesses who need a content management system, a CMS, use WordPress. And why is that? Because WordPress is actually a pre-built system. You don't have to do much coding. You just insert your content into it and it can easily display it on your website. So you don't have to build the entire backend system. Building a web backend system for a small business is a very complicated thing. With WordPress, you don't have to do that. And that is the reason why a huge majority of businesses use WordPress for their content management system. A lot of different types of businesses are actually built on top of WordPress. It could be a stationery shop, a restaurant, real estate business, a consulting business. No matter what business you have, WordPress can be used for building your website. It's very easy and a plug-and-play system. You don't need any understanding of coding, or you don't need a huge team of developers to build or manage your website if you choose WordPress. Now, one of the most attractive thing about the WordPress ecosystem is that it is very cost effective. If you decide to build a custom coded website for your business, you will have to hire a team of developers, a senior developer, junior developers, designers, and a huge team. And the cost would be in lakhs. Whereas getting started with a WordPress website is very cheap as compared to a custom developed website. You just need a domain name, which comes somewhere around 1,000 to 2,000 rupees per year. You need a good hosting, which in India would cost you around maybe, depending on the company, would cost you around 500 rupees per month. And you need a decent theme. Just combine all of these three, and with not more than maybe 1,000 or 2,000 rupees per month, you can run your business very well and very effectively. So it's a very cheap and cost-effective solution for small businesses. Now, as you can see, when you actually get a custom website built, you can see in the image on the left side, it's a very complicated system. You have to actually build the code line by line. There are thousands of lines of code that has to be written, and it cannot be done by you yourself. You have to hire a developer, actually a team of developers for front end, for back end. Whereas if you use WordPress and a simple front end plugin like Elementor, you combine the two and you can just drag and drop and build your website. It's a very visual way of designing a website. The backend is already built by WordPress, which is the CMS. You just add Elementor or Seedprod or Divi builders on top of it, and you can just drag and drop and build your website and actually look at it developing in front of your eyes. So it's a very easy way of building a website. Now, WordPress comes with a lot of features that are necessary for any business. And these features can be activated using plugins. Since WordPress is such a popular and famous system, there are a lot of plugins that enhance features of this platform, and they are readily available. For example, WordPress itself is a content management system. The biggest advantage of using WordPress is that it's very easy to make it responsive. In plugins like Elementor, you can easily design websites that look good on laptop, desktop, as well as your mobile devices or tablets. That's one important factor in today's day and age, because a lot of people look at your website on their mobile phone or their tabs or their laptops. So that is something which is very easily doable in WordPress as compared to a custom coded website. The second advantage is that WordPress by default is SEO friendly. You can just install a plugin like Rank Math or Yoast SEO, and just by tweaking a few settings, your website becomes SEO optimized. So that thing is also solved in WordPress. You can easily convert a simple blog WordPress website into an e-commerce website by just adding one plugin like WooCommerce or Fluent Carts or Sure Carts, right? So a lot of such plugins are available which will enhance the functionality of your website. There are other necessary plugins like Fluent Bookings or other booking plugins. There are a lot of contact form plugins. There are a lot of email marketing plugins. So you can just start with a basic website and keep on adding these plugins to enhance the functionality of your website as and when you need them. So it's a very flexible system. You can add features, you can remove features whenever you want. You are not dependent on any third party or a developer to do this for you. Now, as I told you in the previous slide, it's very easy to scale your website and it's very flexible as a system. So you can start simple with a blog website. Say, for example, you are a travel enthusiast, right? You can actually start a basic blog about travel and then slowly upgrade that website by adding plugins. And you can actually make it into an e-commerce website that sells travel-related products. Same way, if you are a perfume enthusiast, you can start talking about perfumes in a blog and then make it an e-commerce website. You are a business, you can just insert a plugin that lets people contact you or book an appointment with you. So all of this is possible. So you can start small and then scale it up as and when you need it. Now, I understand a lot of small business owners are not very tech savvy and there is a hesitation to adopt new technology. So I must tell you that it's a very simple platform. And all the problems, all the hesitations that you have can be easily solved. And I will teach you how to do this as we go forward in this series. So the first and the major question that people have is that there is a learning curve in WordPress. And I understand that is true, but it's not something that can't be done. You maybe just need a month of learning and that's it. You are good to go. You will have the basic understanding, and the rest of the learning you can do as you keep enhancing your website. And you can just Google, how do I add this functionality into my WordPress website? And you will have the answers. It's all with plugins, right? So don't worry about that. Next thing is, how do I maintain my website? So again, you don't need anybody to do that for you. The existing hosting providers have solutions that will help you manage and maintain your website. Hostinger is one good example. It has a dashboard that helps you manage and maintain your website. It helps you update your website. So don't worry about that. Then the other thing is performance. How do you make sure that your website is fast and optimized? You just have plugins like WP Rocket or other cache plugins that help you do this. Security, that's a big factor for any online business, right? You want to ensure that your website is secure, it doesn't get hacked. Now there are solutions for that also. There are plugins like Solid Security that helps you protect your website. So there should be no concern about these challenges. These are all doable. You can actually get rid of them and you can solve all these challenges one by one. Now let's understand more about WordPress. So WordPress, there are two types of WordPress solutions available right now. WordPress.com and WordPress.org. Both of these solutions are owned by a company called Automatic. WordPress.com is their own solution, which is a subscription-based solution. They host it. They have a pre-defined set of plugins that are configured in that solution. You just pay them a monthly subscription fee and use their service. It's very easy to do, but then it's not as flexible as the other solution, which is WordPress.org. The challenge with WordPress.com is that it's a slightly expensive solution when you compare it with WordPress.org, and especially for Indian scenario. So the second solution, which is WordPress.org, is basically self-hosted. What does that mean? That means that you can actually take that WordPress.org file and you can actually host it on your own hosting server. WordPress.com is hosted by Automatic. So they own all the content, everything that you put on the website is actually on their server. Now here in WordPress.org, you have your own server, and on that server, you are installing WordPress.org file, and then you have the complete control, you have the flexibility, and this WordPress.org solution is free. So what we would do in this journey is that we will use WordPress.org and we will build websites on top of it. Now, giving you just a small insight about WordPress dashboard. Like, a lot of people are worried that it's a very complicated system. It's not. Once you have a higher level understanding of what is there, right, on the dashboard, you don't need to touch everything on the dashboard. There are few basic things. Home is where your dashboard sits, right? There is an updates option. Whenever there is a new update that is available, it shows in the updates section, right? You can just click on it and update those plugins or the softwares. Then there is appearance. Appearance is where you design the front end of your website, how it looks to the customer by uploading themes. Media is where you upload your different kind of media files like videos, images. Pages is where you make your home page, what people see. You will create a home page, you will put the text on it, and you will pick images and videos from media, your home page, contact us page, your service pages. All these are created under pages. Post is where your blogs are created, right? When you want to give information or share knowledge about whatever expertise you have or your business, it's done through blogs, and all of them are created under posts. Comments. Now, when you allow customers to leave comments on your website, they appear under comments. Next is settings. Settings is where you configure the basic settings of your website. So this is a higher level idea of WordPress dashboard. Now, moving forward, building a website on WordPress, you require few basic things. Number one is choosing a right or a good hosting provider. These are the 3 hosting providers that I use. My personal choice and the most affordable option is Hostinger. It's available in India. It has servers in India, good quality, low cost server provider, and it has a lot of amazing features. It has a good dashboard to manage your website. A very good solution. A little premium solution is SiteGround. This is a solution that a lot of business owners outside India use, especially in the West. So if you already have an established business which is generating revenue, then maybe you can go for SiteGround. But if you're starting out, it's better to go with Hostinger. And now the third option, which is another of my personal favorite, is Cloudways. Cloudways is basically like a dashboard that allows you to manage your cloud hosting. So Cloudways actually lets you manage third-party servers like DigitalOcean or Amazon or Google, right? So these are very heavy-duty servers, and this solution is good for, again, very high revenue-generating websites which are already doing well. There are a lot of features like security and optimization that come pre-built into Cloudways solution. So as you are concerned, if you're starting up, right, it's better to start with hosting. Then once your business grows, you can think about SiteGround or Cloudways. So that's about hosting. Now moving forward, right, once your hosting is decided, you then need to decide which theme should you move forward with. Theme is basically the look and feel of your website. So there are a lot of themes available, and the good thing about WordPress is that there is theme available for every industry specific option. So if you're a doctor or if you're a clinic owner, you have themes for clinics. If you're a school owner, there are themes for schools. You're a kirana store, there are themes for that too. You want a delivery solution, there are themes for that too. Or you're a simple business, there are themes for that too, right? So no matter which business you have, there are already pre-made themes available for it. So the next thing that you need to decide is basically your theme. The theme that I use is Hello Elementor. It's a very simple theme. It's a very lightweight theme. and you can create a lot of solutions on top of it. Now, after your hosting is decided and your theme is decided, the next step is to decide what plugins would you add to your website. The plugins depend on what kind of features you want on your website. These are the plugins that I normally use on my website, starting with Elementor. Elementor helps me design the website, how it looks, how it feels. It's a drag and drop front-end builder. The next thing is WP Rocket, which helps me speed up my website and cache it. The third thing is Rank Math. I use it for SEO, optimization of the website. Fluent Forms help me collect customer data. If I want customers to contact me, all of that can be done through Fluent Forms. People can fill up a form on my website and contact me. Solid Security basically helps me ensure that my website doesn't get hacked and it's protected from bots and malware and all that. The last solution, whenever I need to use commerce solution, I use WooCommerce plugin. So you can also use these plugins. Very easy. Just add them to your website and activate them. There are a few basic settings and you are good to go. Once you have done all this, your website is basically good to start your business now. So these are basically 5 simple steps that you need to follow to get started with your WordPress website. First thing, you have to purchase your domain name and hosting. Second thing, once you've done that, you go to your hosting provider, and nowadays with just one click, you can install WordPress on your hosting. So once your WordPress is installed, you basically connect your domain name to your hosting, and then you can customize your WordPress by adding a theme. Once your theme is added, you can add the essential plugins that you require in terms of what features are required on your website, and then you can add content. Content is nothing but whatever you want people to see on your website. It could be text, it could be videos, it could be photos. So all that is called content. So it's as simple as that. It's very simple to build a WordPress website. So this was an overview of WordPress and how easy it is to build a website using WordPress. What is the reason that you should choose WordPress over a coding-based website? So I hope you got a good idea about WordPress. Going forward, I will take you step by step and I'll guide you how to build your own WordPress website for your own business. You don't need any technical skills. It's a very affordable solution. It's a scalable solution. In the next video, I'll help you understand more about domain names and how do you buy your domain for your business. So I hope you got some value from this video. You can access all the tools and websites that I have mentioned in this video from the links in the description as well as the presentation. So please feel free to download and access them at your convenience. I hope I was able to give you some value. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day.